Hi, welcome back to another Aimless Adventure podcast. First off, I want to start talking about, we finished up our Heroes and Villain tournament in our Facebook group, and hey, there I am.
He slouches.
Like, I would not have expected it to be Thor, Wolverine, Darth Vader, and Darkseid. And
see, I don't even know.
The Final Four.
In the Final Four.
I don't even know who Darkseid is.
It's the opposite of light side.
He's no slouch, but yeah, I didn't expect him to get a lot of votes either, but he kept on trugging along.
Actually, the opposite is the Force.
He's
There's the Force and the dark side.
No, the light side of the Force and the dark side.
Oh,
so
there's two sides. There's two sides here.
If there's one guy that would,
you gotta have the other side.
So
you just can't say the Force.
Do you think he was actually picked as more popular, or do you think he just happened to be, like, kept getting teamed up against people that other people didn't like, so you're like, I don't know who this fucking guy is, but I hate that guy, so I'm going to vote for this one?
Could be, and also he is an extremely strong character.
Yeah.
He's like the DC's version of Thanos, who's like, one of the strongest people in the Marvel universe. So he's one of the stronger villains.
And then Google image it real quick, and he's a pretty tough looking cat.
Oh yeah, he routinely takes down Superman and the whole Justice League just on his own. He whoops everyone's ass. So he's definitely one of the stronger villains, and I didn't expect any real strong villains to make it to the end because a lot of it was popularity contests.
Right.
Some people were upset about Hoove.
So
But I was surprised at Thor and Wolverine, and then when I thought about it, I wasn't as surprised.
Yeah.
And I think
Superman should have just like a free ride, like
I think a lot of it too with Superman was that nobody really wanted Superman to win.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
if you're
the way I
honest with
was.
yourself, nobody's like, oh, Superman. Yeah, no, everyone was kind of like, I kind of hope Superman doesn't make it to the end.
That's totally what. If I would have been like Superman against like Frank, I would have picked Frank.
Right, because it was. Superman won his first match, but then he lost his second to Wolverine, and Wolverine probably should not have beat Superman, but.
And what was it? Storm and Supergirl both put out in the first round.
Knocked each other out.
out
Together. We had a couple of knockouts. That were double knockouts because they ended up tied votes. Those were the hotly contested ones that went back and forth, and no one could edge each other out. But yeah, I was surprised at first. But Wolverine, he's a popular character. I was just so surprised about Thor.
Yeah,
because
I can't believe Thor beat Wolverine after
my theory was
strong display that Wolverine put on.
Strong female contingent in the voting arena. Strong female.
Chris
contingent.
Hemsworth won, not Thor.
I think those golden locks had a lot to do with the golden medal that he received for being champion.
Could be. I mean, we talked about this just a little bit ago that before the whole movie craze started with Iron Man, 8-9 years ago, Thor was one of the less liked characters in the Marvel Universe. He wasn't very popular at all.
Never even heard of him.
Yeah, and the same thing with Iron Man. He was not a very popular character. Nobody liked Tony Stark. He was an asshole in the comics. He wasn't as, cool as he is in the movies. But the movies changed all that. They've made him mainstream. Now they're the most popular characters there are. And Thor took it out of all those heroes. Thor comes out on top.
So are they just good spin doctors, or are we just sheep and just eating up whatever they're throwing at us?
I think they're good spin doctors because the first Thor movie was all right. It was kind of I got where they were coming from. It's hard to do the Asgardian gods because they're so over the top with their shiny armor and they're everyone else is running around with guns and swords and there's guns and like bazookas and shit and they have swords and hammers and you're like. But, the first movie, it worked, and then the second movie, I thought was amazing. I thought it was really good. And he's been a great addition in all the Avenger movies.
Definitely.
And this next one, the Ragnarok, that looks good. I'm excited for Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Especially with the Hulk being in it.
What's the premise of that one?
Superheroes fight each other.
Superheroes fight each other. I think it's a pretty true formula now. It's working.
It's like printing money.
Pretty much. It's pretty much Thor's homeworld gets invaded. And he gets kind of like, his people get beat and conquered, and he gets kind of kicked out.
And they have to send his son to a planet far, far away to be the
pod?
lone survivor.
Yeah,
some kind of
wrapped
pod.
in a blanket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
and then he's going to grow up, find out he has superpowers.
That'll never work.
That doesn't even make sense.
But yeah, so he gets exiled, and it's all about him like trying to get back to the thing. And what's funny is that, or our tournament, something like that happens.
It's like an
Thor.
aimless adventure style tournament.
He gets captured by these people who run these giant fight tournaments, and he's made to go into an arena.
Oh, you're
fight.
serious right now?
Yeah, seriously.
Does he get all his powers?
Yeah, he gets all his powers. That's how the
What about when he's asleep?
Is there water in this?
There's
arena?
no water, so Aquaman would be fucked.
Can he use his hammer?
But yeah, he has to go in an arena and battle other other monsters and stuff. And one of the people he ends up having to fight is the Hulk, who he knows. But yeah,
Who also gets kidnapped and thrown into the arena. It's you gotta watch it's in the trailer. It's funny as shit because they open the doors and he's waiting to see what he's gonna have to battle, and all of a sudden he gets all excited and goes, "Hey, I work with that guy."
when the Hulk shows up,
Yeah,
but that's the whole
hilarious.
premise. And whenever John was putting the tournament together, I'm like, this is like the new Thor movie. He just ripped this off. I love it.
That was way before I saw the
trailer
that
for
movie.
it, yeah. But yeah, that's the premise of the new one. And then he has to, battle in this arena against all these other badass dudes forced to fight.
Nobody that we've heard of other than Hulk?
We don't know.
We don't know who else he's going to have to fight.
Oh, they haven't released that
yeah,
to the public.
there might
Four
be.
random G.I. Joes might make an appearance.
Yeah. maybe a couple squads of stormtroopers.
Who knows?
No, not just random. Yeah,
If Robert
that
England's,
got whittled down to actual.
if Robert
I
England's
had to start
available,
narrowing that
Freddy
down.
Krueger
Thank you,
might
Eric
show up.
So speaking of random squads of stormtroopers, has anybody seen the new Transformers yet?
No,
I've heard it's got horrible reviews.
it's getting.
I
ripped.
absolutely loved it. I watched it
you?
the other day,
Really?
and I fucking
Is it good?
I couldn't get enough, dude. It
It's
blew my
getting
mind,
ripped.
like edge of my seat, the whole fucking movie kind of thing. I could
You
kind
pay for the
of,
whole seat, but you'll only use the edge.
I could kind of see why.
Sunday.
I could kind of see why reviewers wouldn't necessarily like it because it's very
It's getting-
different than
it's
any other
getting
Transformers
slammed
movie.
by the fans too on like Rotten Tomatoes. Like the
Yeah.
fan rating is low as shit. It's
What's,
just getting
what's
hit by
the premise?
everybody. Giant robots that
It's-
transform. They're
Honestly,
robots in disguise.
It's the exact same premise as
Are they more
every.
than meets the eye?
Yeah. It's
Yes.
the exact same premise as every other Transformers movie, just
Blow shit up.
further fucking taken because Cybertron is coming to get Earth, is the premise.
So
and-
they just blow more shit up.
Pretty much, except on a much grander scale.
That's what
And,
blow more shit up.
And I'm not giving it away.
More
yeah.
is a key word in
More.
that phrase.
And I'm not giving away anything with this because it's in the trailers. But they also managed to turn Optimus Prime evil, so the good guys
Yeah.
are fighting Optimus.
Oh wow.
But it's but what made me think of that is the Stormtroopers thing because there's a couple of pretty severe fucking Star Wars references in
It's
it.
Yeah.
basically like it's gone the way of like Fast and the Furious. You know what I mean?
I've heard a
yes,
lot of
exactly.
because
comparisons.
Dom went
just
evil
keeps
in
going-
the
yeah.
last one.
It's just like anything else. If you expect it to stay true to comics and shit, you're gonna hate it. If you just want to go see a cool action flick with a bunch of robots, you're gonna love it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, I'm repping Optimus, old school
There it
Optimus
is, there
with
it
the
is.
transform and
I
everything.
had that
So-
one. Had that one.
So there's
oh, me too.
One of my
that-
best
that was
Christmas
best,
presents ever.
Best toys ever. And the semi trailer
Yes.
opened up
Yeah.
and had the gun on
Yeah.
it. He could stand on the big gun and the
Yeah.
little rover bot that went. That was the awesome toy.
what's
Yes.
basically the
and then
cops
I got a
in this
BB gun,
movie.
and
Yeah.
Optimus didn't last long.
What's basically the cops in this movie get fucking these. They have drones to hunt people and robots and shit with, and they look like X-wings. To me,
Okay.
that's
Oh my! Do they
So-
go?
not
That's
quite,
that's
but
TIE Fighter.
Those TIE
it's
fighters.
you'll
but-
see them. They look like they have like they almost. Well, I guess you'd almost say some of them look kind of like. The big one almost looks like a Millennium Falcon too, but
Wow.
you'll see. They look like more like a TIE Fighter, I guess.
Little
But
homage.
you'll see.
A little Star
And
Wars
then
homage.
there's a robot in there that as soon as it popped up on the screen, I went, "That looks like C-3PO."
Oh, shit.
And then a little while later, one of the other Transformers makes fun of him and calls him a C-3PO ripoff
Oh.
in the movie. So I thought that was pretty funny. So, but yeah, I thought it was fucking awesome. I mean, I would go see it again, and of course, I went and saw it in IMAX, which doesn't hurt. But
No.
but yeah, it's like I said, I can see why people would give it bad reviews if they're expecting like to stay true to form, kind
Or
of
if
thing,
they're just
but-
expecting there to be some kind of a plot.
Yeah.
It actually, I think it had a pretty decent plot as far as a Transformers movie goes. But
Well, that's the thing. You had to add that in, though.
Yeah.
That's like saying, as far as Fast and the Furious movie goes, that one had a decent story.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
not setting the bar very high to begin with.
pretty much. And when you see it, without giving too much away, the beginning of the movie, if they stuck with the premise of the beginning of the movie and it didn't switch fucking gears real hardcore, it would have been an even better movie, I think. And I can't really give too much away other than that, but think
Yeah.
about that when you're watching it. You'll see what I mean.
You think that's one of those things, like, where maybe, like, a studio exec stepped in at some point and is like, you know what would be good is if we did this
Yeah.
instead, and they, like, had to pivot? Or do you think that was their plan all along?
Could be. And there again, this part I
We
can
need
kind
some
of say.
product placement opportunities.
Yeah. Pepsi popping up
We need
everywhere.
some Dodge cars in here. We
Right. And I can kind of give this. I can kind of talk about this without giving anything away because it's in the trailers too. But like the little girl that it brings into this movie, and the whole premise
Wolverine's
of
daughter.
Who?
Wolverine's daughter.
Really?
Yeah, she has the claws and everything.
Really?
Mhm.
Fuck.
They're crossing. Everything's crossing over.
Man,
Yeah.
it's a
that would be
extended-
cool as shit.
Right.
Expanded,
It's all
expanded
crossing
world.
over.
or
Yeah, but it's like
Expanded
a.
universe.
Expanded universe. That's
Basically, it's a whole different new universe where robots, Transformers, have been totally outlawed, and Mark Wahlberg and this little girl are kind of like rebels, you know, helping the robots.
Is Bruce Willis in there?
No,
No.
but that blonde chick from that one movie is
Yeah.
in it.
Shit.
But they still do have a hot girl that runs around a lot in slow motion, like
Of
Baywatch
course, they
style.
always have to have that.
Yeah.
And
And I was kind of disappointed because she's literally wearing a white T-shirt the entire movie,
she
or
never
some
gets like
type.
water or oil.
No, she
sprayed
gets
on her?
totally soaked, dumped in the ocean. Only time she's not wearing a white shirt in the entire movie. It's ridiculous. It's very disappointing.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. I heard that Marky Mark's not going to do anymore. He said this is his last one.
If you pay attention to the trailers, it's supposed to be the last movie.
That's not what Michael Bay is saying.
That's absolutely not what you think at the end of the movie either, but that's what the trailers kind of give you.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's Marky
I
Mark's
think that's-
choice or if they're like, that's enough of this fucking guy, let's move
Oh,
on.
I don't know, because I mean, he's the one who was saying it. He's like, I'm not going to do anymore, from what I'm
Yeah.
hearing. But then Michael Bay also said this was his last one, and then now it's not his last one, and then the studios were saying we're doing this whole universe, and then they're saying we're not doing this universe, and I think that right now everyone's kind of scrambling because they're not sure how to take this outing. Like, are we doing good or are we not doing good? I think they're still kind of holding off on
Yeah,
that.
you just gotta. You think sometimes they're just fucking milking that bitch too hard.
This
you
way,
know?
I think if they keep going with the storyline they're going with, it will get to be too much because the grand scale is literally like, I mean, at this point, it's literally planets versus planets, not robots versus robots, literal planets versus planets,
Right.
and that seems to be where they're going, which is where the comic books
It's gonna
went.
be
so
like the
Well, that's where the-
Milky Way
that's where the
versus
cartoons
fucking
went.
another fucking
Kinda.
universe.
That's where the original cartoons went.
Right,
They went to
exactly,
that.
so-
That's what originally it was just a toy, and then they're like, we need to sell this toy, so let's make a cartoon based off this toy. The toy
Right.
started it all.
Right.
There was never a comic or cartoon first. Everything came because of the toy.
Right.
Really?
And yeah,
What was the first toy? Optimus?
Optimus and the Autobots and the Decepticons and shit. Pretty much what
I
you
don't
saw
know
in
which
the
one
original
was that.
cartoon
Yeah.
was
Oh,
the
so they
original
had
toy.
both sides and everything?
Yeah, they made this toy
I don't
line
know
of
if there
these
was
toys.
a first toy, but there was a whole
Yeah.
line of toys. that
There was
came
a
out
whole
at the same time,
line
4 or 5 of each.
yeah, a whole line of
I didn't know
Transformer
that.
toys.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
And
Optimus,
they were like-
Bumblebee,
I mean, and they
Starscream.
They did that with a lot of toys at the same time. That's how He-Man. That was a toy
G.I.
line
Joe.
first. G.I. Joe was a toy line first, and they're like, we need to sell these toys. Let's make a cartoon about them.
Wow.
They did that with Transformers. They did that with He-Man. They did that with the G.I. Joe.
Bruce
they were
Willis.
all they did that with Bruce Willis.
The blonde chick.
Let me get
And
you
the
guys.
blonde chick.
Let me get you guys' opinion on something. Talking about milking it so hard and stretching it thinner than it should have been stretched and stuff. You got basically two choices if
Oh,
you
you're
want,
talking about my shower.
I know.
right? If you want to continue to make money off of a franchise,
Mhm.
you Fast and Furious 17 or whatever they're on now, or you stop it at like 2 or 3, and
Yeah,
then
I-
in 5-10 years
Reboot
retell it.
Start over.
And then you
fresh.
have everybody say, how come every time they make a Spider-Man movie or a Batman movie, we have to see the parents die and this and that? Because they're telling the story to a generation that hasn't seen it.
See, I think, like,
Which
it depends on the story, because, like, when you're talking about Fast and Furious, it's just, there's no real plot. It's just beat the fuck out of people and drive, really fast.
badass cars.
I think they can go to 37 and they're still
Right.
going
Still
to
be able to-
break
yeah,
records every
and people
fucking
still
time it
go.
hits the theater. Like Star Wars, if they would have pulled Fast and the Furious with Star Wars, we'd be over Star Wars by
Yeah.
now. That's
Right.
what I think.
It would have got so oversaturated to the point
Yeah.
where they were just
The
putting
storyline
out
would have
garbage.
been so thin.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, 'cause
I-
that's what happened with Fast and Furious. The storyline's gotten thinner and thinner and
I'm
thinner
a
and thinner.
huge fan of when movies, they have like a franchise,
Mhm.
and then instead of like retelling the story, they do almost like a precursor, like a behind the scenes, like how this all
A
started.
prequel.
Yeah.
You like when they go back
I
and tell you
love
like,
that, love
okay,
that.
this is the first Fast and the Furious. Let's go back to when Dom was a kid.
Yes,
type thing and
yes.
get a young actor to play a young
Who wants
Vin
to
Diesel
bet that that's not
and
coming?
see
Like,
and
If
see
they went
his
back to,
dad,
like-
see him like idolizing his dad as the racer, and then the whole
Yeah.
wrench incident when he beats
Yeah,
him.
but
and
if-
go
going
back to where the
prison
dad gets
and everything.
killed.
But if they
and-
go back in time, so to speak, to show that, he'd have to be racing a DeLorean.
oh well, yeah.
He'd have to.
So they're sitting in the garage building the Charger.
Yeah, exactly. And then and the whole story, because he told all the story. What happened to his dad, and then he beat the dude.
I live my life quarter mile.
Exactly. Yeah, and then
even though they grew up with
the whole
tracks.
I'm never going back to prison because he was in prison. Like they could do that whole entire give you a whole entire movie out of that.
There's quarter mile dirt tracks.
That's true, but they talk about how the whole fucking premise of this movie is talking about how they were building this badass drag car when his dad got killed at the circle track. They grew up diehard racers, circle track, but didn't give a shit about circle track racing. They just wanted to drag race. But they didn't drag race, they circle track race.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Continuity issues.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the prequel will explain it.
Maybe. But, to go back to what you were saying about, how the franchise, just milking it, or they're going to keep making more and stuff. I just like when they take it in different directions. You were saying Batman, we always have to see his parents die. I mean, we saw it in Batman versus Superman. We still saw Bruce Wayne's parents die. Spider-Man, that's what I like about the new Spider-Man movies. They're not
Batman
doing
without
that.
those parents dying.
But that's what I like about the new Spider-Man movies. They're not doing that.
They started
that already
basically
happened.
after, right after.
Because when he showed up in Civil War, the shit that happened with his Uncle Ben, all that stuff had already happened.
Like a couple weeks.
Yeah, like a month or two before Civil War, that he's already gone through that. So
And
we're not
this
going to
movie
see
is
the
beyond
spider
Civil
bite
War.
and him first getting his powers and figuring out how they work. No, he knows how his shit works. He's already dealt with most of what deals, the early parts of his Uncle Ben's death. I love that they're like, look, you guys fucking know this.
And
We've done this shit in multiple movies and comic books. You guys know what happens. We're going to show you from later on how it goes forward. And I like that idea.
I don't know if you guys have watched the most recent Spider-Man trailers, but the more in-depth the trailers get, the more I want to see this fucking movie. Iron Man is going to be a huge part of it, not just a little bit, like they kind of first made it
like
seem.
his mentor or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. They actually, he builds him a new fucking spider suit.
Yep.
Have you seen the trailer that
With
shit
all
explains
kinds
the
of-
spider suit?
Yeah, it has all kinds
His
of
new
cool-ass shit.
his new red pajamas that he wears to fly around the city are built by Stark Industries.
They're filled with Iron Man
And
tech.
he's got a Jarvis. His Spider-Man suit has its own fucking Jarvis.
Yeah, his own little AI
He puts on
in it.
the spider and the thing glows just like Iron Man. It talks to him, tells him fucking coordinates and whatever.
And that's
shit.
going back to the comics, because in the original comics, the Civil War was like what it was. Iron Man was on one side saying, we need to be registered, we need to be controlled, there shouldn't be any hidden identities, everyone should come out. And Captain America was on the other side saying, no, we need our
anonymity.
Be secretive.
That would be secretive. And Peter
We need our
Parker was a friend of Tony Stark's, and Tony actually talked him into coming out. So he went into a live broadcast and unmasked himself as Spider-Man, saying, hey, here I am, I'm Peter Parker. And to protect his family, they moved into Stark Towers.
Okay.
And Stark actually built him not just the suit like that, he built him a full-on Spider Iron Man suit. Red and gold, fully robotic armor and everything. And he had a full Iron Man spider suit for a while.
It's easy for the
So it's
Starks
kind
and his
of a-
buddies to say, "Oh, come out!
Yeah,
Nothing
because they're
to worry
big-ass
about."
rich billionaires and
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
But when you're old Joe Smo, just,
You have to get through my 280 security guards and then battle
And then
me.
also, not like
And
Tony
I'm no
Stark had a
slouch.
family.
Right.
He didn't have anyone he had to worry about. At that point, Peter Parker's married to Mary Jane. His Aunt May is still alive. He has people that they could... And I think they might have even had their kid by then already, because they had a girl who ended up growing up to be Spider-Girl later on. That's a different story. But I think so. He had a full-on family
Kind of
at
the
that
same
point.
story.
Kind of the same story. But he had a full-on family at that point.
Just later
So,
in the
I can understand him not wanting, Doc Ock to know who his wife and kids are, because that's, you can't protect them.
Which superhero do you think would be the best at date rape?
Oh,
Because Spider-Man, he could totally just glue a chick down.
What's his name? The one that moves real fast.
The Flash?
The Flash.
You're just laying there and all of a sudden you're like...
Same thing with Superman.
Sandman just like sleep.
Sleep.
It's like
What's
Bill
that-
Cosby's dream
What's
come true
that?
right
What's
there.
that joke? Superman's flying along,
Oh, yeah.
and he sees Wonder Woman down on the beach naked, and she's just kind of squirming around having a good time. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get this done. He does his super speed, and goes down
Boom,
and
boom.
gets a quick fuck, and is back up in the air before she even knows. And all of a sudden, she's on the ground, stops. She's like,
What the hell? was that?
What happened? And the Invisible Man goes, I don't know, but something poked me in the butt.
That's great.
Superhero jokes. But yeah, I mean, the Flash, I guess. I mean, he'd be done before you wouldn't even know what happened. He could come in there, take your clothes off, have sex with you, put all your clothes back on, and leave the room in half a second, and you wouldn't even know what happened.
Well, what's that one kid called in the X-Men that moves real fast?
Quicksilver.
Him.
Any of the speedsters, pretty much. Anything that's any super fast guy would probably be the quickest, I guess, because you wouldn't know what happened. But then, like you said, you have Sandman. He can just put anybody to sleep and do whatever he wants with them while they're asleep. Then you got all the telepaths who can take their mind over and make you do whatever you want, and then make you want to do it, make you enjoy it, and if they want to, erase your mind afterwards, you never knew it happened.
This is turning really dark.
This has gotten really dark.
Doctor Strange could do it 74 times.
Exactly. Doctor Strange could do it over and over and over and over and over, and then go back before it happened and have it never have had happened in the first place.
There you go.
So, I mean, it's got really dark, but I mean, pretty much any of the mainstream superheroes could be ridiculously bad, good or bad, however you want to do it.
It's a little weird that Doctor Strange is seeming to become the aimless adventure superhero lately, isn't he?
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's kind of strange.
Totally way off topic, but something I read about earlier that I wanted to bring up. Did you read about this Google getting fined by Europe?
Oh, for for...
This is the craziest shit I've ever heard of. So basically, if you in Europe, they got fined $2.7 billion
with a B.
With a B.
With a B. Not even a big B.
Because if you go to Google's website, you want to buy something, anything, and you type in, I want to buy this fucking Thirstbuster cup, the first results that pop up are the ones Google is selling.
Mm-hmm. They're directing you towards their products before other people.
And to say, I know you're waiting for the rest of it, but there is no rest of it. That's the problem.
That's just
because Google is saying, if you want to come shop here, I want you to see Google ship first.
Yeah.
And so that is absolutely fucking illegal in Europe, apparently.
Yeah, the first items will be Google's items and then everybody else's. So they're not being like a fully non-partisan search engine. They're putting their shit first.
If you go into Walmart and Walmart offers you the fucking Walmart brand before the name brand, that's what Google's doing. Except it's apparently a crime in Europe to do that.
Like all the shit on the eye-level shelves are the great value. Isn't that Walmart brand?
Right.
They're great value, but if you want the name brand, it's down there on the bottom.
Right.
So they've been fined $2.7 billion, and it's a fine. It's not a lawsuit or anything like that. It's a fine. So they can appeal it.
So what is the recourse? Like, pay the fine or what?
I don't think there is.
I think it's just pay the fine.
Yeah, it's like the speeding ticket.
Pay the fine and change what you're doing, or you're going to get fined again.
I really don't know.
No, but like, what are they going to do? Not allow
that's
Google
the thing.
in Europe?
You need some kind of enforcement behind it. Yeah, and then it just keeps getting up to where now Google owes the UE $20 billion.
How are they going to enforce that? Who's going to enforce that?
Like who's going to come to Google and be like, you have to pay this fine, or what? You're going to break Google's leg?
You got on my 40, homie.
Because I can't see the entire EU being able to block Google from everyone's internet over there.
So, and then the bigger problem with that is so basically, Google has been told by Europe that what they're doing is wrong. You can't do that. It's bad. So now every vendor that's ever sold anything on the internet in Europe has the right to come sue Google because they did this, because it was bad, to make up for lost revenue because Google shit was seen first.
I would have made more money if Google would have put my stuff up there with theirs instead of put me at the bottom of the list.
Right.
So I lost profits because of Google.
So fucking Walmart would have to get sued by Dinty-Moore because the fucking Kirkland stew came up first.
Kirkland.
Nice choice. And this isn't the first time that this has been.
I see what you did there.
Not the first time this has been an issue with Google. And originally, it wasn't about.
Go ahead.
It wasn't about products. It was about everything. And like what we do, we're selling ourselves, even though it's not really for money. And we're a service that we provide.
For crack.
Well, okay, say we're, I don't know, not very popular in comparison to some other podcasts. I think that's kind of probably spot on.
Don't sell yourself short.
But
don't sell us short.
There's bound to be somebody less popular.
If we pay Google to be an ad,
I was going to say something, but that off camera.
to be a sponsored result, we'll pop up in the top results, not the most popular.
Right. By paying for them to list us high.
So Google's gotten in trouble for that before, for allowing people to buy their way to the top 5
of the
search results.
Which happens everywhere, every day also. Mm-hmm. Like the guys from Skillset did a live fucking feed today on Instagram, and I was watching it, and they were talking about how when their magazine hits the newsstand, if you want to be in the first few rows, it costs thousands of dollars to be up front to where you get seen first.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, same thing. That's exactly what Google got in trouble for.
In my
I'd be
opinion,
going to buy the supermarket and just be like, hey, yeah. All right.
They unofficially asked readers to do that. It was kind of entertaining.
In my
Nice.
in my opinion, like in the Walmart reference, if this is your building, your domain,
Right.
I think you have every fucking right to put your shit first. Because you're doing these other companies a fucking favor even by offering their product.
Yeah.
Like Google could say, okay, fuck you. None of you non-Google motherfuckers
You're not coming up on our search
sell on
result.
ours at all.
Yeah, and
That's what I would be. That'd be my response. I'd
And
be
the
like,
thing is, that would be totally okay. If they did that,
The
that's
thing is,
perfectly
I
acceptable.
don't really think anyone has a problem with it. Just the European Union wants to make some money.
I think it is a fucking cash grab of all cash grabs that have ever
I think
existed.
Are they hurting since they left the conglomerate?
The Brexit? Yeah.
I don't think they haven't left yet.
Oh,
they haven't left yet.
Okay.
That's still
There's
all
still
happening.
100
but,
appeals.
I mean,
that's probably 2 or 3 years.
they're
away
always
before
in
it's done.
trouble, though.
Right.
And there probably are going to be a
As
lot
long as they
of
still got
trouble
Greece
once they leave.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the anchor leg of this deal,
Yeah.
they're getting weighed down.
Yeah.
So, on top of that, I was reading also too that did you see that there's a fucking some kind of stupid group out there that's filing a class action suit against Home Depot and whatever their sister company is. There's another company. It's basically the same thing with a different name. I can't remember, but they're getting sued, class action lawsuit, because they're misrepresenting the size of their wood.
Isn't that the story of our lives?
I misrepresent the size of my wood all the time.
I know.
I'm telling you, baby, it's 8.5.
Guaranteed is fucking winning behind that one.
I know at least in
Tell
our
them in
high
metric,
school,
it sounds more impressive.
At least in our high school days, everybody knew that a 2x4 wasn't 2 inches by 4 inches.
Yeah.
It's like 1 3/4 by 3 inches.
Yeah.
Right, because
It's
you
a
make
rough
room
guess.
for when you're done putting your drywall on it or whatever, it's going to equal fucking 2 right.
2 inches.
So they literally, because it's labeled as a 2x4, but it's not 2x4 or 4x4 is the one that they use the example of because it's like 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. They're fucking suing them
Wow.
because their wood is incorrectly fucking labeled.
I kind of get that. Like with food and gasoline and all that, weights and measures, you have to be precise. But in the automotive world, has there ever been an engine size that's been accurate?
Right.
A 350 is not 350
But
cubic.
here's the thing, though, is that
And
you don't have
motorcycles are even worse.
Yeah.
nowadays. There's such a big craze of the DIY. It's all about do it yourself.
Yeah, right.
Don't hire a contractor who knows that they have wood this size because that's how it works for construction. Because
Right.
they actually fucking know what they're doing. Everyone's gonna just come to Home Depot. You can do it on your own. So they're buying this wood, not knowing how construction measurements are actually done, and are like, my wood is too short. No, it's not. That's how it's made. That's how it's supposed to be made. That's how it's been being made for as long as they've been doing standardized sizes for construction wood.
You're saying
But if they watch-
so you're saying that Home Depot literally created their own news.
No, I'm saying people are fucking morons.
But literally, like, if
And
you watch
if you're,
the video and
like-
it says to tie, fucking nail your 2x4s together and then put the plywood on it, it's, if you do that with the a 2x4, not a 1 3/4 by whatever, you're going to end up with a wall that's too fucking big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you follow the instructions
That's
and
what I'm
manage
saying,
to get a
because
hold of the right size piece of wood,
it's like the whole a baker's dozen. It's not a fucking dozen.
Right.
right.
You know, but that's a baker's dozen. Same thing with wood. I mean,
And
they're
why
not
would the
the exact
baker's rip
measurement.
himself off?
That's the construction.
A baker's
that's
dozen should be
construction
11.
measurement. And that
Right?
it bothers me as somebody who
Consumers dozen is
grew
13.
grew up doing construction. Doing construction. My dad owns a construction company, framing and learning all that and doing all
My
that
dad
for
owns
most
a
of my life.
dealership.
It bothers me that someone is like that they're suing over this because that's how it's supposed to be.
And it's not just somebody; it's a class action.
Yeah, so there's a
So
bunch
everybody.
of people. Bunch of people are like, I can get some money from Home Depot.
I've
wood
bought lumber
once.
before.
I bought wood one time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That bothers me. That bothers me a lot.
Yeah, oh
That
yeah.
pisses me off.
So next thing you know, Honda's going to get sued because all of their Honda
That's what you're
300s
saying. Like,
or
yeah,
Honda
see,
278s.
that's the thing is there's no DIY car peoples out there that they haven't figured this out yet. Like, oh look at this engine doesn't actually measure what it says.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm getting ripped off.
Maybe we should. Maybe we could afford a new studio.
Well, it's like any car in the... Yeah, no shit.
Hey, let's jump on that.
I
If
had
they're fucking
I had a
cutting
Honda
checks, why
once.
not?
Yeah.
I got shorted on my wood.
It pisses me off, but I bought wood. If they can give me a couple little change, sign me up.
But see, the thing is,
right? We're
probably...
we're a litigating country. That's
when
what
it's
we do
all
is
said and done,
litigate.
the
Why
lawyers
not?
get rich and every person gets like $1.78.
Right.
Hey man, that's
lawyers get 60 or 70%. The rest gets divvied up between millions of people.
I remember
66
a few years back,
usually.
Bank of America got caught because what their scam was is they were waiting, like people that had low amounts of money in their account, they would hold, like you use your debit card, they would hold those charges until it actually would draw you negative. Then they would dump all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And it would give you 4 or 5
of
overdraft fees instead of just one.
What they would do is that they
it was a scam, and they did it to me, and I was like, "Fuck you, sorry motherfuckers! You're taking all these off because you fucking waited, or I'm fucking I'm leaving this bank today." And
they fixed it like that, right?
They said go fuck yourself. So I've never went back and fucking like this was shit like 2009 or so, like 2010.
A little while back.
And fucking a few years ago, I got a check from fucking Bank of America on the like it was like $20.
Yeah.
But it's like,
that wasn't even
what they were doing is they were holding like your $3, your $4, your $5. They were holding all those, and as soon as you had a big enough one go through that it overdrafted it, then they put through all the little ones.
Exactly.
So the little ones, those little ones were done like 2-3 days before the big one. They waited, the big one overdraws, and then let's run through all these 5 or 6 little ones. $2, and now you're going to get a $35 overdraft fee on this.
Dude, like 2 years ago, almost.
And that's just fucking. That's a scam.
Just under 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago ish, I got a check in the mail out of the clear blue for like fucking almost $7,000 from a bank that I had a car loan through, and they had mischarged me interest the whole time of the loan.
I got the same thing. I had I just got this like maybe a couple months ago.
It was Chase Bank.
Chase, same thing. I got it. This is like 2 or 3 months ago. I went to my mailbox. I had a check from Chase. I'm like,
they didn't carry the one.
I was like, what the fuck?
And
Chase?
then, like 6 months later, I got another one for like $58 because they had
fucked up the math twice.
They fucked up the fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah, I opened this letter from Chase. I was about to throw it out because I thought it was
hire some fucking accountants.
At what point do you say, you know what? Let's just not admit we're wrong again.
I opened this shit up, and there's a check in there for like $900 from a car loan I'd had back in like 2003. Wow. And I was like, it's paid off. It's gone. I don't even have that vehicle anymore. And I'm like, $900. This has to be like fake. I thought someone was trying to scam me.
Was
like,
this for the
do I have
Nissan?
to send them some shit or something?
Dodge van.
But they were like,
send your information to this man in Nigeria.
Exactly. That's what I thought this shit was. And I'm reading it. I'm like, this is legit Chase. I'm like, $900. All right. Shit,
like
I'm
that
good.
first spam commercial on the teletype thing. Yeah. Hey, all we got to do is send these guys our social security numbers and we're going to be rich. That shit's great.
It's beautiful.
I saw this thing the other day on the people that do these scams and stuff. And it was this one that's going on right now where it's like the IRS is contacting you, telling you have all these fees and blah,
I had
blah,
that fucking just happen.
Yeah.
I wish I would have recorded it.
They'd actually contacted someone who was like a computer programmer who worked for like a anti-spamming thing. And so what they did is he set up a program.
And hacked her computer.
To their computer.
Yes, that was great.
And he had it so that way every second his computer was calling their hotline 28 times a second.
Oh, nice.
So their phone lines were constantly jammed, and every time they answered the phone, the scammers did, it said, "Hello, we have identified you as a scammer. We're not going to stop calling your line until you stop scamming people." And their lines were jammed, and they recorded it because all the calls, and the people were like. And they're like have these like thick ass Indian accents, like Hindu accents, hardcore. And I'm like, whoever in the first place would think that was the IRS? These people could barely even speak English, but they're like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers!
Hello, my friend.
Quit
calling me.
I know I'm a scammer, And they like and they did it for days. And then the people changed their number, and then he Googled them to get their new number, and then started doing it to their new number, and he just won't let them get or make calls.
You gotta love when that
jamming them the whole time.
I had
I was dying watching it.
Maybe this 2-3 weeks ago, I had this guy call me. He was Mike Jones from the Internal Revenue Service.
That's exactly what it is.
Hello, this is Mike Jones from the Internal Revenue Service.
Did you say Mike Jones like 20 times?
I'm trying to tell you that like local law enforcement is going to come.
I kept on running with it, and I was like literally laughing at him the whole time. And I'm like, I think I need to speak to your supervisor. And he's like, my supervisor will be on the line in 1 minute. And he comes on the line, some other obviously different voice gets on there, and his name was John Smith. So I literally was talking to Mike Jones and John Smith, and I'm like, oh, come fucking on. I said, okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to call the local police department and let them know about this, and if they say you're legitimate, I'll send you the money. Click. Literally, that was it. They just hung up. It was so freaking funny, but...
Wow. Yeah, that's like, exactly what it was. Like, the hardest Indian accents, total broken English, using the wrong words in places.
And when they're so bad, the only reason they're still doing it is because it's working. Yeah. That's what fucks you up, is why are people falling for this shit?
I think I was reading the thing that, like, so far this group has scammed, like, people out of, like, a couple $1 billion overall.
Yeah. Good
Because they're telling people, like, you owe the IRS because of something for, like, $8,000, and because it's considered a federal crime, you're going to go to jail, and we have to do the local law enforcement, unless you want to pay your fine right now. If you want to pay it right now over the phone,
for $1,000,
then for $4,000, then we'll wipe out the whole thing, and your record will be cleared.
And for your convenience, some of them will take that payment in Target gift cards.
Yeah, that's true.
They will hold while you go up to the Target register and purchase gift cards and give them the numbers and stuff. Because the IRS totally wants to shop at Target.
That's the thing, once again, of just people are idiots.
I had a call today, and you get those calls when you answer, and as soon as you pick up, all you hear is like background
white
talking noise.
Kinda.
And I'm like, hey, thanks for the background noise. Now I know you're a fucking telemarketer, so go, bye. I'm like, don't they realize that, like, that's like the dead giveaway to, like, this ain't legit?
Yeah. And something I heard the other day, I haven't tried it, but supposedly if you get a call and you call somewhere and you want to talk to an actual representative and there's no pressing zero, it doesn't work. Supposedly, if you just start cussing, they have a sensor.
That don't work. I've never talked to one of those that I didn't cuss at.
Really? Okay.
No, it definitely doesn't work. That's my normal language for cussing. Yeah, I'm always, what the fuck, god damn it, I fucking don't want to talk to this, and it never gets me anywhere. I usually just start pounding the fuck out of zero, and
zeros usually go-to.
I'm at the point where if it's not a fucking live person that speaks clear and fluent English, like, there's nothing that you have to say to me that is remotely important.
Like, I don't know which is worse, the completely automated call, or the one that says, you pick up and it says, please hold for the next available associate.
No, motherfucker!
No, I'll wait for that guy to call me.
Your associate should be on the line talking to me right now. Don't call me automated and then put me on hold.
It's like, no.
I mean, I get it. I understand there is a lot of outsourcing. I have it happen a lot when I'm having to call in for, like, something electronical's not working. All their... Electronical. It's a technical term. All their service centers have been outsourced to other countries, and it always is trouble trying to hear what they say and get them to understand what you're trying to say. I have that happen a lot with, like, Xbox. A lot of their stuff is outsourced to India and things like that. But I seriously doubt that the IRS or, so-and-so big bank is outsourcing to India.
Any government agency,
I doubt.
The IRS is not having Nigerians.
They're not outsourcing to fucking India.
If you ever want to have fun, you're bored at home alone, and telemarketer calls, and it's one of those, please hold, an associate will be right with you. Go ahead and hold. And then once they pick up, be like, yeah, I'm really interested in what you got going on here. Can you hold on 1 second? I need to grab a pencil and a pen.
Does it make them
hold? Pick it back up. I found the paper, but I'm looking for a pencil or a pen. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. And I had one going for like 25 minutes before they hung up. It was hilarious.
If you go on YouTube, they got a ton of them where people just run those telemarketers in circles. They never give them a definite answer, but they keep them thinking that they're interested, so that it's just like never ending. And they get to the end and like start the questioning over. Okay, so what exactly were you selling? After like 45 minutes of listening to them, that shit's so funny.
Key and Peele, which is one of my favorite comedy sketch shows. I don't know if you guys have seen them. They were like the Chappelle Show. So good.
Aaron.
Aaron is classic.
Yeah. D-Nice. But they did one where it's someone trying to sell, like a telemarketer is trying to sell like this package. So he calls. And the dude answers, and he's like, hello. And he's like, hey, sir, we're trying to sell this Vegas vacation package. He's like, well, I'm not really. And then the telemarketer hangs up, and he's like, okay. And he puts the phone down. He thinks about it for a second. And he picks the phone up. He calls the telemarketer back. He's like, I think we maybe got disconnected. And then the telemarketer hangs up on him again. So he calls him back, and he's like, did you hang up on me? And he's like, well, were you going to buy the Vegas package? He's like, well, I don't think so. Click. Well, at this point, he's starting to get pissed. And he's like, did you fucking hang up on me again? He's like, don't do it. Don't do it. And then hangs up on him again. And eventually he gets him back on there. He's like, you know what? I want the Vegas package. I want 4 of them motherfuckers. Here's my goddamn credit card number. Here's the little security code. And the dude types it in real quick. And he's like, yeah, what do you think now? And the guy's like, thank you for your service. Click. And then it shows the telemarketer, and because like the whole time he's like, fuck you, sir, you didn't want to buy it anyways, and hanging up and like pissing him off. And then the telemarketer looks at the guy next to him and goes, these new call scripts are really good. And the other guy's like, aren't they? The answer to the phone, what the fuck do you want, Denise?
There's one a YouTube video of one of those Nigerian IRS scams. Just happens to call the desk phone of a cop. And he's like full uniform, and you can tell it's like in progress when he thinks to have somebody else start filming it, and he's got it on speakerphone, literally the desk phone, not even a cell phone.
Right.
And he's just dying laughing as soon as it comes on. Okay, wait, tell me who you're with again. Hello, this is Mike Jones with the Internal Revenue Service. And he's just dying laughing, and he's going through the whole questioning, and the whole time he's sitting there talking to a cop at his fucking desk phone.
But like you said, the sad thing is that the reason they are doing it is because people do fall for it. People do fall for it. People fall for that just like people fall for the, calling up like, I'll get emails like that say, from Bank of America, your account is in danger of being hacked or something. Please contact us with your
We've
password
noticed your car warranty is out.
Blah.
Yeah, it has been for like 15 years.
And I see all that shit, and then like when you look at the email, like Bank of America is spelled wrong.
Yeah.
And there's like some
Bank
other
of
stuff
America.
that's not right in on the page. And second of all, I've never banked with Bank of America in my life, so I don't know how I have an account that's in trouble of being,
I almost got
like,
caught up in one a couple years ago that, and it was really target specific because it was basically.
Did you win the Australian lottery?
No,
you did, didn't you?
No, basically they sent me an email, and it was.
Want a free trip to Zimbabwe?
No, they were offering me a sponsorship from Red Bull. And I'm like,
oh, but for
my racing deal,
awesome.
Right?
So,
and I'm like, fuck, okay, because it was a good year.
I don't like Red Bull, but all right.
I'm like, fuck, no, I love Red Bull.
Okay,
but they were like, yeah, what we're doing is
definitely love Red Bull.
I love Red Bull.
You can contact Brian for any sponsorship information.
They were the scam was they were offering to. What I had to do was wrap my personal vehicle. Or the vehicle that I took to the races in a Red Bull wrap. And they were going to pay for the graphics and everything.
Hell, I'd do that for free.
I just had to have it on my tow vehicle and my race car. And I'm like, fuck yeah. I was like, I even drink Red Bull. Fuck yeah. So, fucking call back a couple days later to confirm this deal. And this fucking dude with like a deep South accent. I'm talking like Mississippi.
From the deep South.
He's like,
you sure got a pretty mouth, boy.
I called him and he's like, so what girl were you calling about? And I'm like, what? He's like, which one of my girls were you wanting? And I was like,
you're like the hot one?
Excuse me?
Shit, I'll take all of them.
I'm calling about a Red Bull fucking sponsorship rap, and he's like, Oh, yeah, hold on, real quick. And
sorry, wrong department.
Some other slick fucking, not as
there's like
sounding.
There's this office building in Louisiana that has prostitution, scam artists.
Yeah.
There's probably some hitman
and
up in
like,
the upper corner.
I got you, thanks, guy. And then they just kept fucking emailing me back. She's like, why don't you want our offer? And I'm like, no, I'm good.
What's going to be really funny is you're going to call up Red Bull one of these days and try to get them to sponsor you and be like, fuck you,
we tried, motherfucker!
You didn't want our
sponsor. Us down,
we sent you a boat, a helicopter.
We even offered you girls. What the fuck?
We're offering our daughters to you.
They do have
big titties.
They do have a lot of girls, Red Bulls, for sure.
No, it was weird. They had me. If that wouldn't have happened, I swear to you, I would have gone further down that road to the point where they would have.
Yeah.
It would have gotten weird.
Yeah.
I probably would.
It was a dirt road, and it was muddy.
He would have been sporting some Red Bull gear right now.
Right? I'd be like, see this Red Bull tattoo?
and depending on who's watching, see this monster one over here?
There's another story on that one.
Shit.
$70,000 in herpes.
It was worth it every second.
That's great.
Didn't know Tattoo Joe was sponsored by Red Bull.
Oh no!
He'd give you wings though.
Yep.
Oh god.
You might be infected, but they're wings.
Oh my goodness. So Brian got a new toy. brought it for us to play with.
It's been kind of the center of attention the whole show.
If you haven't been watching up till now, it's here in the middle.
Popped it on my...
If you haven't been watching, then we just put that there right now. We
And
wouldn't
if
want
you're
that
listening
in
to the
our
podcast, we
review.
really apologize for all of this.
If you're on the audio
part,
part, you can't see any of it because it just doesn't work that way.
Right. But you're going to hear a lot about it.
Maybe. We're not that descriptive, really.
It's a
But
very good
hear
point.
at least a bunch of box rattling and shit going on.
Probably some giddy little giggling. As you know, collectively, we enjoy watching the BattleBots, which hopefully ABC or Spike or Tech TV or somebody
God, bring it back.
comes
Do we
up.
know for a fact it's been canceled?
There's been no legit yes or no that I've seen,
I haven't seen
but
nothing.
it would be probably near the finals by now if it was still greenlit the way it was. So I'm pretty sure we were watching it in summertime last year,
Oh, man.
or early summer.
Seems like it.
No, I thought it was the fall season, wasn't it?
No, I got a month or so ago, one of my Facebook memories was me saying about the relay. It's a big weekend for us, but it's also a big weekend for some friends of mine who are going to be in the battle box.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's on hiatus at least, and
Yeah,
hopefully
July, it looks
They're like...
hashtag ABC where's reason
July.
season 3.
Looks
They're
like it comes
basically
in
like-
July.
Really?
What can we do with Tombstone?
At least last year it was in July.
Okay.
'Cause it looks like I just brought up. I was searching for it and the bracket came up, and it's. Dude, this is the same link I clicked on a minute ago, and now it's not there. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Technology.
Anyways.
Yeah, we enjoy BattleBots. We're friends with Ray Billings and Andrea and Jennifer and Mike and those guys at Team Witch Doctor.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, big fan of us. Not confirmed.
Oh, it's confirmed. It's
Oh.
inevitable.
Oh, it's inevitable or it's confirmed? Because this...
Same thing.
It's
Okay.
confirmable.
We mentioned
Yes,
him
it's
enough. You might
confirmable.
have listened to an episode already.
Speaking of which, how cool would it be if they created, while he's opening that, some kind of program that you can Google yourself or
Nice.
Google yourself for a topic or whatever, and it could peruse YouTube videos, podcasts, etc., for, I don't know, important people to find out if people are talking about them and what they're saying or whatever. They could actually listen to our
yeah.
podcast when we mention Seth Green, who would be
who's
awesome on
talking
the
about
show
him?
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it started into July and ran through July and August last year.
Okay. So maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. It might still be
Nothing.
in the works.
Hear my retarded coyote?
Yeah. But I would think that they would already been
Where's
filming
that knife?
already if that was the case.
Yeah.
Does it have to be completely level?
Ish.
We'll find out.
It said that
We can kind of pull the wires out of the way. Ish.
one of the
That's level.
reviews was like saying that Witch Doctor will get hung up on here if it's not like perfect. I don't know.
Uh-oh. That's an improvement for season 3.
Did we grab super glue?
No.
It'll be fine for the first time. Just cover our eyes. So did you guys watch The Mist at all?
No, I have not. That's out? What's
The-
on TV?
yeah.
Has there been a...
The
Episode 1.
Episode 1, and then I think 2 and 3 were available on Spike.com or something.
Uh-huh.
Really? They put them out before they came on TV?
Yeah,
I've seen that with a few shows
Yeah.
lately, like...
it's
First
not that
episode will be
uncommon.
on, but then if you go on their streaming service to try to get viewers on their streaming service, you can watch like episodes 2 and 3 before they air on the TV.
And On Demand had the other 2 episodes available, and I clicked on the second one. Well, I had to go on IMDb to find out which one was the second one, because On Demand never puts them in any kind of order.
Yeah,
They
just
yeah,
put
it's
them by
stupid.
like episode, like the name of the episode.
Yeah.
and it just
Really?
does- yeah. So
So
you
I have
like,
DirecTV and it just lists. It literally says season 1, episode 1,
Yeah,
season
yeah,
1,
That'd be
episode
nice.
2. Yeah.
This was season 1, the pilot, and then I think Confrontation or The Mall or something was episode 2. But I clicked on it and it started playing, so I paused it and went and made another drink, came back, went on pause it, and it said, oh, it's currently unavailable. So I don't know if that was
Missed
an
your
accident
opportunity.
or, yeah.
So how is it so far? That answered everything.
I don't want to say it's bad. It's just slow starting.
I don't want to, but I'm going to.
And
I don't want to say it's bad.
There's just, it's one of those things, there's a lot of, it's a Stephen King novel that they're turning into a series, not a movie this time, so they're able to actually put some
Spend
effort
some
into
time into
storytelling and stuff.
Like with how, Game of Thrones works, instead of
Yeah.
trying to do a movie, they did.
And I'm excited about what's to come, but this was the pilot, which, it's a tool to sell it to networks.
Yeah.
And I don't think, as a network exec, I would have signed off on it if I didn't watch the movie and know about the story and stuff. But I'm excited about it, but the first one, just bear with it. It's kind of a little on the slow side. The end is pretty good, though.
I'm still looking for this return date. So far,
Yeah.
everything I've seen says it's unconfirmed.
One that we started watching the other day, and you guys had talked about, I think, was Glow.
Oh, so good.
So good. There's
It's
only 10
stupid good.
Is
episodes.
this the lady
The
wrestling?
Yeah.
lady wrestling.
Did you ever watch it when you were a kid?
Yeah, for the titties.
Right,
Well,
of course.
there's
but
actual
that's what
titties
it is.
in this
There's actual
one.
titties. They get naked. It's a Netflix series. But and I didn't expect that when that girl took her shirt off, and I was like, "Whoa,
whoa!"
I didn't expect actual nipples out. But no, it's good.
Yeah.
We watched 5 episodes, and I didn't want to stop watching. I'm like, don't fall asleep.
Right.
I want to finish this. It's so good, but it's been really good so far. I'm getting hella into it.
Helen's not the best at sitting down and watching a whole movie or a whole series.
Yeah.
We finished that in one sitting.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember you guys saying we basically polished off season 1.
It was good.
So,
oh, shit.
everything I've seen says it's not canceled or renewed. They're
They're in
waiting.
limbo.
Yep.
They're waiting for Ray to work on Tombstone Senior.
I was gonna say, return to Tombstone, whatever.
So do you think he's gonna continue his dominance in the next season, or do you
I
think
would-
other people are actually gonna figure out a way to combat it?
You know what and honestly, not because I love Ray and I love.
Not to
Tombstone,
hate on Tombstone, but
I wish they would literally force champions
To change
to,
something?
don't bring this thing back the same way.
Make a new bot.
make a new bot.
Yeah,
Don't
because
bring. Yeah.
I mean,
They could do racing and have the.
But
if you lost, if you got your ass kicked because your shit malfunctioned or you had a weakness or whatever, then fucking put some work in on that thing and bring it back and try.
Here's
again.
the other thing,
but
though.
if you kill everything in your fucking path,
Barely. A couple of them barely.
Here's the other side of it.
He barely hang on a couple times.
Here's the other side of it, though, is that I put
I think
those there
they're-
to hold
it's
it up.
to-
I did that on
they did
purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I did that on purpose to keep this corner up because it was
Never
like
mind.
there's shit in the middle of the table. It's bowed.
oh, there's
But here's the thing, though, is that
live
Those have remotes, or are they
They're
on their own?
remotes.
remotes. Look what you pull this out, boom, it's live.
Nice.
But here's the thing
already
that
falling
my
apart.
argument against
Should we
that
wear
of
goggles?
making him change his bot is that everybody knows what it can do. It's not like he's gonna come out and fucking surprise you. Figure out how to beat it.
I think they should do a claim rule like in racing.
I was gonna say, what if it was like NASCAR, to where the winner says, "Okay, I won. I got the giant nut. Look at my huge giant nut, and here's the specs and schematics to my bot." So everybody can duplicate it if they want, or figure out how to beat it. But that gives him
That's
the whole
what I'm
off
saying.
season
Like,
to
you've
change it if
seen-
he wants.
You've seen the bot for the whole season. You saw how it beat you. You saw how it beat everybody else. Now, be smart and figure out a way to beat it. You got a whole off season to try to
That's
beat
funny.
that bot if he's going to bring it back.
I think the one team that decided we figured out how to beat Tombstone, we created this bot just to beat Tombstone, fared the worst.
That's
The
true.
one with the articulating height on his weapon and everything.
Oh, right,
He
yeah.
didn't do very well at all.
But then you just go back to the drawing board. Like, okay, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Obviously, we did not figure out how to beat
Let's
Tombstone.
find a different kryptonite.
We did not figure out how to beat Tombstone. Let's try this again.
I'm thinking I maybe should have read the.
And he's not undefeatable. He got beaten in season 1.
God, it was crazy because it was I can't remember what bot it was that almost beat him, but
Okay,
it's
I want to break this shit.
on paper you're watching this is this fucking poor thing is gonna get killed right now.
Yeah.
And it literally like had him inches away from like.
Does it have railings that go all the way around?
Yeah.
It does, yeah. And it,
Wasn't it one of the pike bots got into one of his chains?
Yes.
And he just outlasted him?
Yeah. It was the one with
his weapon wasn't
that beat him.
Yeah, it was
Beta.
Yeah. I always called it beta because the way
Beta?
it's spelled,
well,
but
the guy was from like Sweden or
Yeah.
something. He had that accent.
That's why they go on.
And Minotaur might be a force to reckon with next year.
Yes.
They were really impressive this year.
Yeah, those guys from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I
It's
thought,
the
I thought
jujitsu
that
of
they were
battle
gonna-
bots.
yeah.
Where's that little screwdriver at? Right there. Let's see if this fucker. Did you have to pull a little tab out of it, or?
Yeah.
Oh, so it should have batteries in it then, huh?
Should be live, yeah.
There's probably since it's got a 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably like have to sync it up kind of thing.
Well, I'm thinking this button on the top, like
I think these things are like 2x4s. They don't have the actual sizes,
Right.
So they're not fitting.
I think we should sue,
In the comments, it said that if you manage to get the out thing, or the wall around it mounted without tearing up the cardboard, you're a badass.
Well, I'm a fucking badass.
That
I'm
was
just missing
everybody's
pieces.
complaint was they couldn't get the wall
I'm
on
just
it.
missing pieces. I need 2 more of these, and I don't see them.
Put that remote on 2. Because I'm guessing you have to sync.
They
it up
probably have
somehow.
channels.
Yeah, it's.
So that
RF
sounds-
modulation?
That sounds proper. I'm missing 2 of these bitches.
Are you driving this thing?
Oh,
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
yes, he is.
Are you on number 2?
yeah.
So I think.
Oh no, this is on 3.
3.
Okay, well whatever it is, it's working.
Oh shit.
Ooh,
Oh,
these things
wow.
move quick. What?
Alright, who's gonna be the first one to stick their finger in there and see how well that's spinning?
I kind of want to.
Right?
this
Like,
is
I just want to see, is it like just gonna stop, or is that shit
Alright,
gonna
don't
like
push no buttons
knock?
for a second. So I don't know how I'm syncing this yet.
It just stops.
Just stop it.
That's a little bit of an impact, though.
Look around over there and see if I drop some shit. Because I'm literally not seeing these 2 pieces. Unless they either gypped you or...
Here it is.
Oh, no, here it is. It's on the fucking box.
Ah,
There we
there
go.
it is.
So
I
we
managed to accidentally sync that one, but I can't figure out this one.
we continued
Oh, I got
with
it.
Riverdale. No fighting yet. Turn your weapon off. Gosh, dang it. Got to build the walls for our protection.
I don't think there's a way to
the
fire
action
this
is
weapon.
quick. It's like quick action on this. It's like we're gonna be hard to.
I can't figure out how to turn on the weapon.
The top button.
Oh, this
R1.
is
Sorry for
Yep.
blocking everything with my back.
Oh.
I'm not doing a very good show to camera unboxing on this. For
You gotta keep those on
Oh,
the
yeah,
side where like you and John can fucking do the fucking hammers.
Oh, okay.
Or we could just spin the whole board. That probably would have been easier.
Yeah, I'm already building.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Spin the board around.
Oh, we did also learn too that
The board up now.
that you can use some of the accessories to smuggle items into prison.
Oh yes, we can
Yeah.
show that off.
Do those little ones over there have remotes too, or those?
They're just
No,
they're
you just
on
turn
their
them
own.
on and they just go.
And they just fucking
the
go
the little Bronco in them too.
Oh no. Those are just like push around and
Yeah,
they're not motorized.
I don't know what other people online were doing, Brian.
So
but
they're
this thing
targets.
Has no problem clicking into this cardboard.
I said, yeah,
What the hell kind of morons?
Where's the
were trying
nanobot
to
we were
do?
playing with?
The nano, it's over
Right there,
there
under
somewhere.
that microphone.
it is not that hard. Yeah, here's.
No, look at it. Like all these.
Is there
all,
the
Yeah.
one that we had out?
Right
still?
there, under the microphone. Keep going.
Yeah, didn't tear up any cardboard or anything at all. I don't know what
Dude,
their
yeah.
issues were.
If you guys can't like afford or don't want to get the whole big setup, buy these nanobots. They're so freaking cool by themselves.
Open up the rest of them.
They
We'll
just
run around.
go forever.
We probably sat here
Other
for
camera.
like 20 minutes watching this thing drive. Which camera is it?
That one.
The one that's showing your back.
We probably
Up,
watched these
up.
things drive around.
No,
forever.
too late.
Nope, too late.
Danny switched it on you.
Where? Shit, how you get this one?
Like that.
No matter which camera you use, it basically just kills back.
Yeah.
Basically, my bad. That's my best side though.
Unfortunately,
Joy,
he's
Open
not
up
lying.
The other ones,
What, hand me another one?
the big ones,
Oh,
like Bronco and shit, right there.
you just want to destruction in the arena.
Why not?
I'm like, what the fuck is it gone?
Need to give it a little space to get around. There we go.
He wants to get all up in everybody's butt.
We got to figure out some way to make a race for those things.
And those fucking nanobot things were free.
And you know what we build is we build like a little obstacle course along the table with bumpers for them to hit, then set them off and see which one can make it to the end first.
So these things literally don't do anything but just sit there to get ran into, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you throw a nanobot in its ass and make it run around?
Do you like manually have to like? I think this is like. You just
I don't know,
your
but you should
finger.
stand somewhere else.
You should shift your camera differently. I guess you just get in here with your finger and do this,
Seems perfectly safe.
right? Well, you guys are driving those things right now.
I promise I won't chop your finger off.
I don't think it's designed for use at the same time.
I think those are more just for show.
What fell off?
Ooh, somebody lost a piece of armor or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, it pops off of your thing here.
That one's having a...
Oh, look, I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Yep, that's what they were saying on the high symbol.
We need movement. We need to see some movement.
All right, come sit down, Kale. Which one's having a seizure now? That little fucker's loud as shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to
Oh,
be
not
going
working
anywhere.
right. Yeah, it's not working right. Defective. Already. 4 minutes. 2 minutes of use.
But yeah, Mr. Ray Billings of Tombstone was saying that these nanobots are really fun to
Just smash fodder,
just
basically.
destroy, yeah.
The
Hey.
action is quick. I wish there was a way to slow it down some.
Yeah, it's on or off, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's like full throttle or nothing.
All right. So we ready to kill each other?
Wait, let me
How do you
get to your
determine the
corner.
winner?
Whoever wins.
Yeah.
Don't come in these corners. These corners are
How many of those little nanobots are running around in there? Is there 2 or 3?
2 at the moment. Oh,
Damn.
Witch Doctor seems to be stuck in the corner.
Oh!
That's great. That's cool that pieces fly off.
Yeah. Oh.
Those little things fly pretty goddamn good.
And it's just like in real life, you gotta let your weapon rewind up.
Right. John, get off the hammer. Oh.
I gotta lie, this is way more entertaining than it should be.
Probably not for our audience.
That's a perfect view of the fighting
Okay.
arena there. Maybe not the audio version, but especially since half the guys aren't even on mics anymore.
Oh, we have a stalemate.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, get him.
The steering isn't super, like you pretty much have to aim it and then drive. You don't really get to steer as you're going a whole lot. Oh. Did Tombstone there have a back that came off, or is it just look like that all the time?
What?
It just
Was
kinda
there a
looks-
back on him right here?
Yeah, it's over here somewhere.
Oh, it came off already? It got beat up.
Oh!
Nice.
What? Witch Doctor's got a little bit more horsepower to it than this.
Oh!
Oh!
There you
Nice.
go. I saw Witch Doctor's top get popped up for a second there.
No comment.
Take her top off!
Oh, God.
Don't you wish the
John, the hammer!
Don't you wish the hammer was that active on the show?
Instead of like every half hour. The little nanobots seem to be ganging up on me.
Come on, motherfucker. Yeah, give me Heather.
He's stuck on a nanobot.
Witch Doctor's fairly powerful, but
and fairly stuck.
Witch Doctor.
We need to see some movement.
I think my remote might have died because it doesn't seem to be doing. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, got the body out. Score.
It's got me stuck on my own body.
Tombstone just scored some points with the judges. If I can hit the switch and turn one of you off.
Oh.
That's why they have plexiglass.
Bulletproof guard.
It's like I'm playing Hungry Hippos by myself.
And losing.
I don't need to do anything. Tombstone's stuck.
Come on.
We should probably be have some kind of timer.
Nah. The remote does seem to kind of die every once in a while. Like you mean,
locked up.
yeah. Oh. What was that?
Piece of your armor?
You give them some room to run, they get moving pretty damn
They
good.
get moving quick.
I'm kind of scared for our safety.
Like if you just have this battle out on the floor, in the kitchen, just
Oh man.
Give us some space to run.
Get him, John, get him!
charge each other. Yeah, that would have fucked someone's crowd up.
Yeah.
Oh. How long do you think it'll be before one of these actually breaks?
Oh!
I almost got it! Oh! So close.
Those little fuckers are stable, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's so close a couple times now.
John!
Sorry.
It's a fight to the death. Or just dancing.
She's a dancing queen, only 17.
There's John. Where are you with the hammer when he's in there? You give me 19 hits and you give him one.
Well, he sat in there for
Look
a
at
half
this.
hour. Maybe Danny's a better driver than you are.
It's the Brian algorithm.
Look, got him. Get in there.
Go.
Get in there.
Well, Bronco seems to be making a comeback.
Oh, I got him.
Fight
Oh, I had him locked up.
That's what it is. Nice.
The beauty of Tombstone is that I work upside down.
Yeah, but now I can hit the button. Damn, that nanobot took off. Did you see
Now
that shit?
everything's backwards. Shit. Just when I was learning the fucking remote. I'm hung up over here with fucking
Fight Force has got you.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So if we've learned anything, it's there's no real end to this.
Yeah.
I guess maybe the best way to judge it would be if you're paying attention to the first person to lose all the body pieces.
Yeah. Or have judges. Up. That's the game, folks.
What happened?
His weapon is disabled.
Is it?
Yours?
Oh, because there's nanobots stuck in it.
Oh, you're shitting me.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
What's the fucking Machine gun hammer, John!
I think I could sit here all day and just knock the nanobots around. That's just pretty entertaining.
Like, I want to see you get one out of the ring.
Seems like Witch Doctor's weapon gets up to speed faster.
Yeah. But it doesn't. It's a quarter of the size.
Poor Doomstone can't stay off the walls. Well, if you're gonna stand there, I'm gonna take advantage.
Every once in a while I get crossed up and forget which one I'm driving. Look, I got him.
John! I can't move. Oh, fuck. My hand hurts.
Oh, almost got one flinging out.
Come on.
Are you stuck again?
Oh.
What's hanging up? There it goes.
There's just not enough.
Room?
Well, there's not enough force on my blade to do anything.
You probably should have used the black blade.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
almost got one out.
Oh, I got a fucking nanobot running my fucking blade again.
I think you have two of them in
I
there
got
now.
two of them in there now.
Are you
We're back in
actually
business.
are you actually reading instructions, Kale?
Yes.
Nice.
Which now are you really? Alright.
How do you turn it off?
They have up to a 2-meter range on the remote, though.
Nice.
I don't actually know what a meter is.
Not sure how all that vibration and banging on the same table as the mics is going to sound, but
It was fun.
It's kind of
Yeah,
hard
it
to get the
was.
little sex robots to turn off.
Yeah, I'm not a gamer. My fucking thumbs are junk.
Where's his top at, though?
wasn't there a piece of
It
hit
was-
on the floor?
It went towards Brian.
Yeah, here's one.
Because I don't think I ever saw his top on the whole time from the very beginning.
That's kind of what I thought too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was like this the whole time. He should have a top. Like, I think that'd be the goal. Like, whoever can knock all the armors off first.
did we fling a piece somewhere?
Yep.
There it is. Yep, it fell on the floor.
It's the one that says Tombstone.
Ah, that makes sense.
It's almost
It looks like all the rest of them kind of
directions,
put.
like a roadmap.
Right? It's,
Yeah.
it's Cosmet almost.
All right, you guys should come back to the microphones now. So, I think we can sum that up into a
Good
lot
time
more
for-
entertaining than you'd think it would be.
Good
That's
time
for sure.
$75.
It was fun.
It'd be nice to have a bigger arena.
So you can get some room moving.
Yeah.
Get some speed behind you.
Beef up
Here.
those weapons a little bit.
What you need to do.
What is it? What?
I'm using the microphone. Or using the vibrator on the microphone.
What you need to do is get you a couple razor blades and some duct tape.
Oh, yes.
That's not
Right on
dangerous.
this bad boy. Well, we're not saying go let the kids play with them afterwards, but for us, like, I mean, you could just cut through the side of the arena and make yourself more space.
So how can we make these more powerful?
So those of you,
that's my exact thought. Like,
So for those of you
Right?
that can't see what's going on with these things, basically the deal is they're all the body parts are on with little magnets, for the most part, and so when you knock them around, it knocks the body off of them. So I'm kind of guessing the goal would be, since you're not going to perform any real damage, is to first person to get the body off, kind of thing, because it looks like they
Right.
each have about 4 pieces ish.
No,
Oh.
Tombstone only has
that's
one.
3. He's got his 2 back plates and then his...
Oh, no, this one's
his
just
top.
3, too. 2 front plates and a top plate.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So it's pretty much whoever can knock the 3 pieces off first.
Who can ever beat off first?
Beat off, yeah.
I'll win that every time.
The
I'm a master at it.
Tombstone
Master
has
beater.
a substantially better weapon, but Witch Doctor
Witch
has...
Doctor substantially
some
better
power.
drive.
Yeah, has a pretty solid advantage with
That's
the
the
4
thing, with
four
how
tires
hard-
instead
right?
of 2.
How hard he hits is
Yeah.
what's going to knock the body off of you.
Yeah.
The tough part, though, would be getting the top off. I don't think we ever had it on to begin with.
I don't remember.
I don't remember it ever
It
being
ended up
on.
under
No.
the table, so I think it came off. at some point.
When you flipped me over, it fell off.
Okay.
And then
And
we
then
flung
it just
out.
got fucking... Because I think it bounced off my chest.
No, I think that was one of the other ones. I
Oh, no, I
honestly
think that was
think
Witch
that the
Doctor,
other one was
or-
never on there.
Yeah, I think that was the Witch
Doctor's.
Doctor body. That
I honestly
whacked you in
think
the
that
chest.
you dropped it when you were trying to figure out how to turn them on and make them work. I think you dropped it off the side
could
there.
be.
Sounds right.
It couldn't have been John's 19,000 hammer hits.
Speaking of which,
That's how the hammer should work, right there.
this game is fun even if
John's
you're
just
not
sitting there
controlling
like
a robot.
fucking kid on a fucking pinball
I was playing
machine.
pinball, yeah.
He's fucking, yeah.
So they got these little black chingaderos on the top right here. I bet you that's the antenna. That little black dot right there. Because they both have it, and it doesn't do anything.
More than likely, that's where the sensor for the remotes is at.
I kept trying to hit the power button on Tombstone.
With the hammer.
When
Yeah.
he was upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, imagine, yeah, thanks.
All right,
sir.
just saying.
Yeah, appreciate it.
If you would have flipped him, I would have done the same.
So is there more robots available yet? Because the remote has 4 settings on it. It kind of gives you
It
the hint to
says
get
on
at
the
least-
thing, play up to 4 players, so I guess.
As far as I know, it's still just the 2.
But I think you could probably order them individually.
That's why
maybe?
when I saw, what is that, Bronco and Bite Force, I'm like, fuck yeah, we'll get all 4 of them, fucking have a battle royale in this bitch.
Yeah.
And then and then I'm like, but these are way cheaper. I mean, the Bronco and Bite Force
You're paying for the names.
they're like $6, and I'm like, yeah, I'm guessing there's something chintzy here.
So what it comes with, just the original one, comes with the arena and the 2 robots.
Well,
on
you
that's
can
it,
buy
right?
you can buy the all the individual bots by themselves. But this kit came with the arena, the wall, and the 2 bots with controllers for like $75, something like that.
How much are the little clitoris stimulator bots?
Those things, I don't know. I bought.
Can I take one home with me?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Tell Helen you're welcome.
Right?
Is there another one in there
Yeah.
that didn't even get opened?
Mm.
Yeah, there were 5. We only had 4 going.
Oh, nice.
We ran out of room as it was. Shit. But yeah, they have them for sale. I think for less than $5 on the thing. But when I ended up buying all this shit, they said that they were gonna send me one for free,
Mm-hmm.
and then I opened up the box and I was like, holy shit, man! Whoever was packaging the boxes that day was in a good
Like it.
mood.
Just like grabbed a handful and threw them in there.
Fucking
Is this Aimless Brian? Hell yeah, let's give him a couple
fuck
others.
yes, right?
Are
So,
they,
yeah.
was this Amazon, or where'd you
No,
find it at?
this Hexbot thing.
Oh, from the
It's
actual
from the
company?
actual
fucking
company.
just popped up on my news feed on Facebook, and I was gotta have that. So
I can't remember. Did Ray ever say if he actually got a paycheck for this, or if
He
it's
never said.
continual?
He said, I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of he can't tell us.
Okay. Fair
Or
enough.
no, was that the
Had you
other
mentioned
toys?
this before?
Yeah.
Oh no, was that the other toy that came out? Because he has a toy that wasn't this.
It was
didn't he?
it was these, just without the arena.
Oh,
And he actually got those like before they were available.
Oh, okay.
So that might have been his paycheck for this. I don't know.
I don't remember.
So we did have a little damage.
Oh damn!
We had a little damage
That has to be from a hammer.
Battles, yeah.
from the spam ham.
Yeah, spam ham.
the
Spam ham.
It's robot
I'm the only guy.
fighting
I'm the
time.
only kid that'll call hammer. I
All-time hammer.
don't want to control a bot. I want to hit the hammer.
All-time hammer.
Oh,
That's
you want
great.
the hammer? I'll give you the hammer.
Ay, ay,
I just liked how Brian was like, John, hammer somebody else.
Because like
I hammered
Danny
who's in
would
the
roll
corner.
into that bitch, he'd be like tap, tap, tap. I'd get into there, he'd be like tap, 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 tap.
No, it was more like tap, 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 tap. If you hang out under the hammer, you're gonna get hammered. Just saying.
That's how it should really work too.
It's like the opposite
Like
of the
if
show.
you stay there, the hammer should hit the shit out of you. over and
Brian
over
really thinks the world is out to get him.
He does. He has.
I think he just has a severe distrust for us.
Serious feeling about.
So it's not
this.
the world that's out to get him.
Yeah,
it's
us.
just us.
My friends.
Yeah.
Hey.
With friends like these.
If you can't not trust your friends, who can you not trust?
We should just put a little border around this whole table and buy like 12 of these things and
Just let them go to town.
Dude, that would be a good-sized arena.
Can you put them on auto and just let them fuck each other up while we're sitting here talking for 2 hours?
That'd be great.
I bet you could just fucking tape down some of the buttons and just get them.
Just get like 30 nanobots.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, how many nanobots could we put in this arena just themselves and see how crazy they go?
Just watch them
get the whole arena to vibrate around
each other and.
It's like,
These little
is
things are
Magneto
freaking cool.
fucking lifting the stadium again?
That's fucking great.
Entertaining.
That was
motherfucker.
fun. That was fun.
That's awesome. That was
It's definitely worth everything I spent on it.
exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. I would pay exactly what I paid for this any day of the week.
Easily.
That little fucker's running circles.
I'd pay twice as much.
Good times, good times.
Good times.
Can we
Yeah,
get
I
him to
saw
go in a
that
straight
happen.
line so we could drag race
Right?
him?
So that's what we were saying. Like,
Set up an
maybe if we set up like a little bit of
a
a, like with little bumpers throughout the thing, and just let him loose and see who can bounce his way all the way to the end. Because some are going to hit and turn back the other way, and then come back again.
Ooh, and we can turn into a gambling game.
Exactly. Like, I mean,
Inevitably,
they're
that's-
colored. You bet on your color.
Drop
That
the weapon.
seems so inappropriate.
Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. Don't make me turn my blade on.
Oh, Jeebus.
That was great.
That was.
You gonna see if your kids are gonna play this with you, or
No, shit, no, they wouldn't.
they wouldn't even bother?
Not even interested.
Well, not, I mean, but I mean, it'd be like letting your 5-year-old play, you know, Xbox with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like kind of pointless.
Right.
Well, you
Basically,
got,
give them a controller that's not plugged in.
Yeah. Let them think they're playing. You're controlling Bronco, okay? It's not moving, Dad!
You can be all-time hammer.
All-time.
John seemed to love it.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'd
You
get
know,
a kick out of that.
it would be fairly entertaining if they made an adult version of this to where it would like tear the fuck out of each other. And
Yeah. You'd have
They
to,
do.
like...
It's called BattleBots.
that's true.
You'd have to buy
Any-
real
No, but I want
They only
$70
cost about $50,000 to $100,000.
I want $78 worth of that though.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if they had like a deal where you could like
Like
rent
really-
them, like you know, like a laser tag thing, but
Ooh.
like you rent BattleBots.
That'd be cool.
You know what I mean?
Or if these had, like, a really soft metal shell. And
So it actually
soft
could do some
metal,
damage?
Yeah. And you just buy replacement shells.
Let's just wrap them in tinfoil.
There we go.
Yeah, that'd work.
Soft metal.
Just if you just wrap these in tinfoil, then you'd
Soft
see the
metals, I
damage.
like
You
Bon
would
Jovi.
slice it and
Okay.
like
A Bon Jovi reference.
Yeah.
yeah, you could easily do that. Just wrap these pieces in tinfoil and they
No
get
lube
all.
necessary.
Not at all.
Spray paint the tinfoil.
See,
There you
like
go.
we got ideas
Oh.
already, and then put
then
razor
the razor
blades on
blades.
the
Razor
razor blades, and we're
blades.
set.
We could bump these things up to 24 volt.
I'm telling you, I mean, I could fit razor
You'd
blades
like,
on this
like
too.
The big like remote control airplane fucking remotes that like you got like a fucking, you know, shoulder harness for these fucking little 3-inch wide robots.
See, I could work some razor blades into this bad boy too. We could do some serious damage.
What's it with you and razor blades, man?
Because that's all that would work on these.
And they're super cheap.
Super cheap. I mean, just one little pack of them.
We're trying to kill each
And
other
my
on a
10
budget.
snips.
Yeah.
My 10 snips and a little hot glue gun.
Well, seeing as this comes apart anyway, we could just recreate this out of, I don't know, some kind of steel.
Tungsten.
Possibly adamantium? Unobtainium, maybe?
Figure out how to wire up a
Vibranium?
Glock.
There we go.
Oh, holy shit! Your face when
See?
you said
And
adamantium.
and then a little duct tape and like some M80s on the side. Like we could make this serious.
So what are
Figure out how to
Bottle
remote control
rockets
some
or
bottle
Roman-
rockets.
Roman-
snap
candles.
caps that fucking
So-
just mount them all over
I
so
just-
when you get
I
hit,
just-
they actually fucking.
That'd be
Oh, that
awesome,
would be
but those are
funny.
gonna be too big. But,
Bang!
but the little bottle rockets, if you just tape them so that way they don't go anywhere and the sparks will just be flying out the front.
Yeah.
As you go at the guy, you have sparks just flying out the front. That'd be awesome.
We are engineering these things.
Remember the old crash from Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
Yes.
The,
Oh
When
yeah,
the
and the
doors
door was
flip?
spin.
Yeah.
I had a version of that on a He-Man and a Skeletor.
Yes!
On the chest. And you roll it up.
Slice, 2 slices, 3 slices.
And you roll it up, and then when you hit it, it would flip down for 1 line of damage. And then so when you hit them with their swords, I used to love those things. Those are awesome.
We just need to take apart a couple hundred Hot Wheels, and we'll rig some shit up.
Right.
Let's do it.
Like I'm telling you, we could seriously next edition of this is going to be a little adult and dangerous. Someone might lose an eye.
We're lazy as fuck, so hopefully somebody will build these for us.
Okay, I'm ready.
There we go.
It's going to get serious.
I'm good.
We're gonna need a welding helmet.
We can do some additions to these hammers, so John packs a little more punch.
Ooh, spikes. Little spikes.
Yeah, a little like
thumbtacks.
Like a thumbtack. Yep.
Glued to the bottom.
Those would be great for the little snap caps too.
Pow, pow. Oh, with the so it'd be pop, pop, pop each time they hit. Like, see, we can do this.
This is why we don't engineer toys.
Right? It's why we don't sell them anyways.
Yeah. We're like binge racing the shit out of them.
Lawsuits waiting to happen here.
Man.
What do you mean they lost an eye the first time they played with it?
Well, tell them not to do that. Shit.
What's that belt made out of? Just an O-ring?
I think it
looks like it.
Rubber?
Yeah, it's just rubber.
It's pretty
frail. It's just like a stretched out O-ring is all it looks like.
Been there.
Right? Who hasn't stretched their O-ring out?
It seems like they would have the advantage. Because there's a direct drive.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's why that one's so much more powerful.
Well, it's realistic because that's how it was driven on the show. He had a belt drive.
Yeah.
And that's why that one guy almost beat him because he fucked up the belt drive.
Chain
drive. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You can only get so much power out of that. That's why that bad boy be doing some work. And that's why when this hit, like you put your finger in there, it shows on the instructions, because I read instructions,
that
it is finger safe.
Was it Witch Doctor that ended up getting beat with the rake? The guy that attached the rake
to
his
could knock
thing?
the rake, to knock the drones out of the sky?
Yeah.
That was...
The Rakening.
I remember that was funny that they accomplished that, actually caught the drone out of the sky with it, though. That was so fucking funny. I don't remember who it was.
I remember thinking, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Until it worked. And then I was like, that guy's
genius.
Yep.
Isn't that how it always works, though? You're like, man, that's such a stupid fucking idea. Why didn't I think of it? Look how good that's working now.
And they didn't even pretty it up. It was just a garden rake sticking the fuck out
of it.
Yeah.
A $5 fucking green. Well, they painted it green. Because they showed it when they first bought it and it was red. But then they were, to match their box, they painted it green.
He's another one that agreed to be on the show. We just haven't figured out how to make Skype work 100% yet.
Which one? The guy with the
Rakening?
Rake. What was his thing called?
Rake guy, I think, maybe.
Rake Monster. There was some cool bots that I would like to see again.
Yeah, there's nothing to these things. You just put your finger on a spot to make it go up. Like, that's more just to give your little kid to play with. That's not going to do anything. You can't use that in the arena because you got to get in there with your finger and try to direct that around. That's not going anywhere.
It works as a Clamato flinger.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it works.
Oh, Mijas.
Oh, wait. That's that one.
How do these things really turn on?
Hey!
What's buzzing?
That's Witch Doctor's weapon.
Oh.
Oh, you're controlling both of them at the same time.
Oh, wait! How the fuck did that happen? If I turn that weapon off, that one comes on. Look.
Tombstone's on number 3.
Not anymore. They're both on number 1.
Yeah, he's controlling them both.
I'm battling myself.
See, you don't even need a second player. You can sit at home and play yourself with this.
And I knocked both my panels off, so I think I'm winning and losing.
I know you're probably a master of playing with yourself, but this would be another way to do it.
How did you manage to do that?
I'm thinking purely on accident.
I think when you turn it off,
look,
you turn
both
it back
of them
on.
are driving both of them. He's doing it now. Are you still on number 3?
I'm on number
He moved it to 1. You know what I think it is? When you turn these off, it just resets them. So
Move
you
yours
gotta
to number 3.
You got to reset it.
I'm on 3.
Okay. Now try it.
Nope. There it is.
There you go.
So yeah, when you turn it off, it resets them to 1.
Look at Kale with the big brain.
It's like when you're trying to fix your internet and they ask you, have you reset your router? Turn your power on and off for 10 seconds.
Now we gotta get some drones.
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, there went
What
something.
the fuck?
That was one of my body pieces went sailing.
There she is.
Why do you have pink shoelaces?
Why not?
Why not?
It's kind of my
What's wrong
thing.
with pink shoelaces? What do you got
Why
against
don't
pink?
you?
Yeah, why don't
Why
you
aren't
have
you
pink
3 inches
shoelaces?
tall?
Hyper shock wheel bales.
That took a little while, but we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what the audio quality is like with these bad boys
But
going.
yeah, it's probably horrible. We apologize.
Yeah, but to be fair, our audio quality always sucks.
Touche.
Par for the course.
Parkour.
Yeah, like you guys have already lost. That everyone's body part's already gone.
I did most of that when I was driving both of them by myself.
That's why I like to dance.
John there.
What?
Waiting with them hammers.
Fucking hammer time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Dun, 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 dun,
Call you
dun,
fucking
dun, dun.
too legit to quit.
Ah! Yeah, the audio version of this might be the worst show we've ever done.
Quite possibly,
Probably,
yes.
quite possibly, I'd say.
Because not only is there nothing to listen to, it's going to sound bad too.
Yeah.
John!
There's going to be a lot of that.
It's going to sound like Brian and John are having sex. Because all you're going to hear is, "Mrrr, John, stop hammering me! Mrrr."
Oh, shit.
Good times, good times.
It's $100 well spent.
Yeah.
We're just going to leave this here.
Have a
Inundate you with it every time.
have a weekly battle. Have a tournament.
Ooh. I vote
King of the
Tombstone.
show. For that week.
I think I won.
So did we find
I
whether or
vote me.
not the show's coming back on? Or?
It's a big fat
It's-
maybe,
it's in-
apparently.
It's still...
Limbo.
It's not canceled, but there's no start date. But there's no official cancellation, so that's hopeful-ish.
I guess you switch.
Which, I mean, that kind of means a lot, though, because nowadays, networks don't let shows really go very long before they put the hammer on them.
But
I mean, they
it's
hammer
like if
them
you
as
ask
quick
a
as
girl
John
out
does,
and she
like-
doesn't say no, but she
Almost
doesn't
like
say
it is.
yes,
That's where the flash comes in.
touche.
Oh, my
You
God.
You didn't say no.
Horrible,
100
horrible,
no
horrible.
is a yes.
But yeah, they haven't canceled
Not-
it yet, so I mean, there's hope.
non-negative
Maybe
is
we'll get
positive.
another season.
I think we should. I really hope so. I
Yeah, for
love
sure.
that show. God. Like, I look forward to fucking BattleBots as much as I look forward to my fucking motocross and supercross on Sundays.
Right, yeah, there's very little stuff on TV that
Oh,
made me
man.
as excited to watch as that and wrestling in the 90s.
Now, when do we get to like where people are inside driving gigantic robots attacking, fighting each other?
What the fuck is
I-
that?
I think it's the retarded coyote.
Nice. I wanted to wait until you brought up your fantasy sports
Okay,
thing,
yeah,
but yes,
'cause that'll
I would
be in
love
that
to
one.
see like real Robotech.
Because that was one.
Which
That was one of
supposedly
mine in the
works.
fantasy sports when we do that,
Mine
which
was
is a
gonna be
topic
wrestling.
that we've had for like 20 freaking episodes now. That we'll eventually get to fantasy
Yeah.
sports, but yeah, that was one that was in mine
Not
too.
fantasy sports like how many
Fantasy
touchdowns
football
did you
shit.
get?
No, it's like what sports that you've seen in movies that are completely made up. You know, like basketball or Quidditch or shit that you wish could work in the real world. Would you watch it? Would you play it? And that was one of mine. Gigantic
Real
freaking
Robotech
robot.
stuff.
I saw
Wars.
a picture on on the Chives Facebook page the other day, and it was this fucking guy. They're obviously playing fucking Quidditch because they're on brooms, and you can see like the hoops where they score at. And one guy's like, he's jumping in there and got both hands on his broom, and the other guy like literally just threw the ball right at his face, and it's like making impact. And this guy's like, like can't take his one hand off to fucking block his face.
It's a real sport, man.
Yeah, it's real.
ASU has a team.
Really?
Yeah, they have a Quidditch team.
Wow.
Don't put it past ASU to have
Man, party school, man.
Yeah, they have a Quidditch team. They were at Comic-Con.
Really?
The ASU Quidditch team was at Comic-Con. Yeah.
Do they just sit around and do acid and
Like, oh my god, I'm flying!
hit me with the broom?
I have no idea, but they had a panel at Comic-Con, and then they had also like a Quidditch tryout. So it's a sport.
Do they give scholarships?
I have no idea. How much scholarship would you get? We'll buy you a book,
right?
if you come to our school and play Quidditch.
We'll allow you to the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
You got to go down to the bus stop on 53rd and Van Buren.
And a half.
And you have to run into the bus stop, and that'll bring you into the training area.
And a half.
And a half? Yes,
That's
right.
3/4.
Oh, 3/4, that's right. My bad.
Track, what is it, 7 3/4?
Nerd knowledge.
7
Platform.
3/4? Platform, 7 3/4?
Damn. Where did you pull that out from?
I mean, he knew how Quidditch field was set up too.
This is true.
Someone's a little
closet
closet Harry
there.
Potter fan over here. Next thing you know, he'll be telling us what house he's in.
Right?
Have you guys? Oh god, fucking Gryffindors. I hate Gryffindors.
What? Gryffindor is fucking awesome.
I'm a Slytherin.
Fuck.
But have you guys seen the addition
guys.
on the on Facebook where if you type in like Slytherin or Gryffindor or whatever, it gives it colors it. If you press it, it does like magic wands and shit.
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen that on Facebook yet?
Why did that robot just
Freaking
run
crazy.
across the
For
thing
no
when
reason.
both remotes are laying in there?
Yeah,
That's
for
a good
no
question.
reason.
No shit.
There's something around here sending a signal.
Fucking poltergeist.
That's the poltergeist. Or exorcist.
Exorcist.
Factor right there.
Exorcist is making it into the freaking list. But yeah, there's a new thing on Facebook. If when you're typing a post, if you put in like one of the name of the houses or Harry Potter or something, it makes it interactive. When you click it, it does like a wand with sparks across your screen.
Is there a new Harry Potter coming out or something? Or?
I have no freaking clue,
I
but
think it's fucking
it's
dorks
something-
that
The
work.
it's
extended
something-
universe should be coming pretty soon because they got the Fantastic Beasts series.
Is that Harry Potter related?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's precursor.
It's
Okay.
extended
It's
universe.
it's the prequel.
Prequel. Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
my
What you
nugget.
want? Going back and telling shit from back in the old days.
Yeah, you haven't seen
Back
that
in the
movie?
day when I was young, I'm not a
Movie's
kid
awesome.
anymore. But
Fantastic
that's
Beasts
it.
was
Wish I
really
a
good.
kid
Shit
again.
was fantastic.
It was fantastical. Fantastical.
Damn,
It was
fan-
awesome.
Because of all the electronical.
Did you say
stuff.
Fantasticals?
No.
Oh.
No. Not your nickname from your wife, but
Not so much.
no, fantastical. It was really good. Yeah, they're doing the whole extended universe, and they're gonna have like a young Dumbledore and all that good shit in the next one and everything. But yeah, I think it's like right now. I think they said 4 movies altogether.
No
They're gonna do
shit.
3 more, three
I
sequels
hadn't
to the
even heard
original.
that. I hadn't even heard
Yeah, 3 sequels to the original. So the first one was great. So I mean, it looks like it could be fun. See how they do. I mean, how long can you write a franchise before you kill it?
Right.
Well, it's only going to be so long before Stephen Hawking loses his ability to stand, and he's going to be wheelchair ridden.
Good point. I guess.
Oh, God. I don't know why you hate people in wheelchairs.
Like, what is it with you and wheelchairs, man? If you're in a wheelchair, don't come around Brian.
That's an extended universe right there.
Wheelchairs?
Stephen Hawking in Fantastic Beasts.
Wheelchairs is an extended universe?
Stephen Hawking versus Dr. Xavier.
They're both in wheelchairs.
Ow.
Right.
I don't think you should be hurting as bad as
Hey,
you're
Yeah,
hurting.
see, here's one. See
Making
how
me
someone
do
wrote
this.
Gryffindor?
Oh, wow.
When you click on... Oh, I hit the wrong thing. When you click on it...
Fancy.
Share it with the
New
rest
shit-
of the class.
New shit on Facebook. See how they wrote that's the Gryffindor when you press on it? Facebook programmers did some little thing where they added that in. What are they going to do next?
Not cure cancer. Or fucking
We don't have time for curing cancer. We need to
Create
make
world
more
peace.
creative apps We need to make a little addition to our apps. We need to improve our social media.
We need more Kardashians.
More Kardashians.
More Lonzo Ball.
Oh my God. That's fucking dude. For those who don't know, Lonzo Ball is a new member of the freaking LA Lakers, who I already hate because it's fucking LA Lakers.
Right.
Number 2 draft pick, and this kid's family is something else. Like, you didn't even know anything about him. Yeah, John didn't know. Terry started talking about
legit,
him.
hadn't heard nothing.
Hadn't heard anything about him.
I think I heard the name because the Lakers drafted him, but that was just in passing.
Does Michael Jordan still play basketball?
No.
I don't think I could name one.
You cannot say that he doesn't still play basketball. Not professionally.
He still
What is he playing on the street court somewhere?
I'm sure he's got a court in his house.
Well, that's not playing basketball. That's
yes, huh?
No.
Yes, huh?
That's not playing basketball. That's just shooting
Got
some
some
fucking
hardcore
hoops.
horse shit going on.
That's just some shooting some hoops.
I'm pretty sure he's friends
Him and
with
Larry
some
Bird
professional
for Big
basketball
Mac?
players. Yeah, they could have some 21, pick
Big
up
Mac
5 on
sounds
5.
Yeah,
Who knows?
this Lonzo Ball dude. His dad LeVar is a piece of work. Like Terry was telling us about the shoe deal.
That's one of the reasons I hated Cam Newton was because of his dad.
Yep. Yeah, like they none of the because of all the antics of the family, none of the big companies would sign him. No Nike, no Adidas, whatever. So the dad starts their own.
How about
shoe
you
company.
prove yourself in the pros
Yeah,
before you
he
ask
hasn't
for
even made it into the
sponsorship
pros. This is
deals?
before even the draft. This is after he finishes college. He's not even in the draft yet. And his dad and him start their own shoe company, and they put out their own kicks for $600 a pop.
$600.
I hope
$600.
nobody's buying
I don't
those.
spend $600 on like tires for my fucking.
I bought vehicles for $600.
Yeah, $600 a pop for a made up name brand shoe. It's not a Nike. It's not a. He's not a Jordan yet. It's not Jordan.
Guarantee
It's
the
not
fuckers are made in
KD's.
Bangladesh or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
So is Nike.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Same situation. He had to come up with his own line of.
But that was
Shoe.
Shaq.
but he was Shaq at that point.
But it was
though.
still like a Walmart, Kmart type
And it
shoe.
was-
Yeah.
And he made a pile of money on
Yeah.
those
And
things.
it wasn't Shaq's dad doing it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Shaq's dad, but he was Shaq at that
was
point.
Shaq's publicist.
This kid hasn't played a
Yeah.
single game in the NBA yet. He's only been
Yeah.
drafted, not played a single game yet, selling his own made up shoes. And then for some freaking reason, they show up on WWE Raw last night. Like, why? In the first place,
and end up cussing, right?
And then
Dropping
they
N-bombs
end
all
up
the
dropping N-bombs.
Yeah.
His younger brother, who's like 15 or
The
something,
one that
ends up
looks like
grabbing.
Odell Beckham or something.
Yeah,
right?
he looks like Odell Beckham. His name is LaMelo Ball.
Why did his parents
Love-
hate him?
His dad was right there. You could have asked him. LaMelo Ball. He grabs the mic and drops like 2 N-bombs on everybody on live TV. So it went out.
Awesome.
Anyone who's
Was
watching
it
Raw last night.
or
I don't know. I wasn't listening deep enough. I was just like, this is freaking moron.
And isn't he the one that has aspirations
was
of
an
being...
Yeah, he's
A
supposed to
wrestler?
be a future cruiserweight.
Like a boxer?
No, wrestler, I'm assuming.
I have no idea.
like
I don't know if he's going into
WWF?
boxing or if he's going into wrestling, but I don't know.
Like WWE has weight classes now?
Yeah. Well, they have everything else and the cruiserweight division.
So it's the little fucks and then
But
the rest of
sometimes the
guys?
cruiserweights fight the regular guys too. But when
Makes sense in the WWE
when
world.
you're fighting for the strap though, it's cruiserweight versus cruiserweight.
Okay.
For the cruiserweight title,
For the belt.
for the belt.
But sometimes Rey
That's
Mysterio Jr. has to fight Kevin Nash. Just sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens.
And you get thrown like a dart into a trailer.
Totally.
It happens.
Totally fair.
Like when you barely come up to his crotch,
Right.
you're gonna have a wrestling match. And he's
Makes
like
sense.
running between his legs and around in circles.
Dude, Skywalker versus AT-AT.
There you go.
Alrighty.
Uh,
Good enough, huh?
I think
I
so.
think we'll call it there.
Well,
Alright.
We apologize for however the audio on this turned out
Yeah.
during the BattleBot
hopefully
session.
it was fun.
But
For those who are watching, at least you got to see a BattleBot session. For those who are listening, we deeply apologize. My wife, if you're still listening at this point, babe, you're a fucking trooper. I expect we're probably turned off by now, though.
Right.
Hope the other two enjoy it.
Yeah, other 2
And-
subscribers.
and if what we did today inspired you, come back next time, which is who knows when, but probably same location you found us this time.
And we need to put some blades on these BattleBots.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
More power.